Marcelo is my name. This is Josh.
What's up?
He's gangster, not as much as I am. I'm old guy. Anyway, we are going to be traveling the world in scent. I thought it would be cool to travel the world with fragrances.
Exactly.
Josh is, he loves fragrances also, but I'm going to introduce him to a world of niche fragrance. What do you know about niche?
Pretty much nothing, to be honest.
Right.
I'm very into the designer fragrances, only because I'm 19 and don't have the budget for these ones. So I just go with what I can buy, pretty much, which is like Dior, like Sauvage and all those ones, which are pretty nice to me. But, you know, I'm kind of excited to try these ones out because you never know, I might smash out my bank account for one of these.
What do you reckon these are worth, just out of interest? Because I'm curious to know what's the difference in your pricing.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. No, I want you to lie. No, sorry. Tell me.
I reckon
honestly.
$500?
Okay.
I can't see them being any more than that.
So $500 is the roof of this?
Yeah, well, a good watch costs $500 and that's a fragrance, so.
A good watch, 500, huh?
I reckon.
Okay, you've never seen a Panerai. You know what a Panerai is? Anyway, story for another day.
I'm 19.
So, you're right, you're 19.
Yeah.
And I got to give you that because at 19, at 19, I was buying fragrance from, because I've always loved fragrance, but I was buying fragrance from the supermarket, and I think it was called Menir, Menir, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, it should have been called Nasty Water, because it was stinky, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I should have realized that it was stinky water, because when I'd put it on, the girls would go, "What are you wearing?" But it wasn't a, "What are you wearing?"
Yeah,
it was "What are you wearing?"
It wasn't a sexy one, it was a
Right. And
stay away from me one. Yeah.
Right. Anyway, all right. So what I wanted to do here is I wanted to show, because look, there's a million fragrances.
Yeah.
Okay. And the thing about niche fragrances, just one really quick thing, is that they use oils.
Okay.
This is why it's not about. So they don't have. So the designer fragrances have a lot of celebrities that endorse them.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, I talked about
catches me all the time.
Yeah, right. You know,
Yeah.
Johnny Depp. You said Sauvage before, so I think
Yeah.
Johnny Depp is the
Yeah.
sort of like the model for that. So all that money has to go somewhere, and so it has to go to pay these homies to be the face of the fragrance.
Yeah, makes sense.
Whereas with these guys here, their money actually goes into the oils.
Okay.
All right. So what makes the fragrance spectacular is the ingredients.
Yeah. To me, these seem very exclusive.
They
Or exclusive in a way that with Sauvage, I feel like, and Dior and all these designer ones are very mass produced.
correct, 100%. Actually, you nailed it in one.
So I think they spend more money on the marketing wise rather than the actual perfume. What are you trying to tell me here?
Correct. And so the truth is, have you ever heard of Santa Maria Novella?
I only know two things. I know gaming and I only know playing basketball. Besides that, I don't really know anything else.
And I did not know that. So in Tuscany, there is what used to be a pharmacy. So they used to be monks, and the monks used to grab the different herbs and stuff like that they grew, and they were alchemists. They started concocting things. They became very famous because a lot of their medicine that they would create actually helped the local community.
Okay.
And then they started to create fragrances. Now, the rich family, the Boleyn family of Tuscany, were called the Medici. One of the daughters of Medici, she was 14 years old, her name was Catherine de Medici, spoke to the monks because she was about to get married to one of the French guys, one of the French kings. And she said to him, "I want you to make something that will remind me of Italy." So they made this. This is their original fragrance, okay?
Yeah.
And it's called Santa Maria Novella. Now, Santa Maria was a church that was there. Novella, no sé pourquoi. But anyway, there it is. All right, so I wanted to get this one here because this is the ultimate classic Italian fragrance. And you tell me, I'm excited sharing this with you, man. Now the difference is so this is a cologne. A cologne means that the oil concentrate is very low. It's probably about 2 to 4%. And I know people say don't do this, so the real, gangster perfumers go, don't put it on your face because it'll blow your nose out, sort of thing. It'll make you not smell it anymore. But I actually enjoy putting it on my skin.
Exactly. We're different, all right?
Everybody's different.
Exactly.
We're allowed to be different. All right, so I'm going to put it on the card first. So yeah, so I use it as a stopper. There. So smell that, and I want you to. We'll put it on your skin in a minute. What do you smell?
Very citrus.
Yeah, right. So the opening notes. So the other thing. Oh, sorry. You go.
I'm trying to figure out what fruit I'm smelling here, but it smells like it's like orange, I reckon, with lime.
Oof! Look at you.
Orange lime. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
This one here starts off with all the things that you just said. So lemon,
Yep.
orange,
Yep.
and bergamot. So strong citrus.
Yeah,
it's
very
almost.
strong.
I think it's almost like we were walking in Rome, again traveling, and a very well-dressed Italian man, and this is what made me buy this, by the way.
Yeah.
A very well-dressed Italian man was walking ahead of me, and all I could smell was these citrusy, and man, in my brain, I'm like, that was Italy to me. Just these beautiful citrusy smells. There was a sense of confidence in that smell. I also, the way he was dressed and the way he was moving, the Romans have a very particular way of, they have presence.
Yeah, I can probably see that.
Anyway, so this made me think, I wanna bring this home and I wanna smell that. Okay, so let me come back to it now. Can you smell that middle? I can already begin to smell it's changing.
There's a hint of citrus still, but it's not like overwhelming. Before it was very overwhelming.
I wouldn't use the word overwhelming. I would use the word overwhelming means that it's too much.
Yeah.
Whereas, I think that it has more of a...
But the citrus smell was very powerful to me.
Right, okay.
I'll stick with it. Overpowering.
Overpowering, okay, fine. All right, it was overpowering. That's not the right word. That's not the right word. Overpowering is not the right word.
But now...
What are you smelling in the middle?
It smells of something very fresh, but I can't pinpoint the exact thing what it is. Like...
Does it smell a bit floral?
Yes.
So what happens now, it's going into flowers. And the Italians do like using a lot of lavender, but they also love, another thing is white flowers.
Yeah.
So think of lilies, think of orange blossoms, all those scents in there. So that's the next level that it comes into. And the final level on the skin, all right, for me, it becomes a little bit earthy. And the final sort of the base notes in there are spices. Yeah. And so what I find is that the citrus top notes, the white flower and middle notes, and then the spice all blend together. And then as the day progresses, I'm constant, because I put it as an aftershave. All right.
Yeah.
And as I'm moving around, the scent keeps bursting out to me. It's a beautiful summery spring fragrance. Not something I would recommend for winter. It's a bit too. Unless it's a beautiful winter day and you want to. Anyway, so that's that one. So after this, you put on something on your skin and you tell me what you think. All right. Or do you want to put it on your skin now? What do you think is best?
I think I'll keep myself a blank canvas for now. We'll wait to the end.
All right. So the next one. So this one came out in 1612.
Yeah.
All right. This one came out in 2019. All right.
So for these two, what would the price be looking at if you look at these?
Off the top of my head, I know that like a department store doesn't have this.
Yeah.
There are exclusive fragrance places that do have it. And I think they're selling it for about $180 to $190.
That's pretty well priced.
Yeah. But again, it's a cologne.
Yeah.
Only 2 to 4%.
Yeah.
So the fragrance it's not as long lasting as this one. This was an eau de parfum.
Yeah.
Eau de parfum. Parfum. And the oil concentrate on this is probably about Normally an eau de parfum has about 15 to 20% of oils in there. So this will last all day.
Yeah.
Whereas this one here, truthfully, again, because I put it on my face, I can smell it all day,
smell it, yeah.
pretty much all day long. Yeah, so about 180. This one here, I believe you can buy it in some department stores. Penhaligon is a fairly well-known brand. It's an English one now. So this is Italian, this one's English. And the retail on this will be about 380, I think it is.
Okay, yep.
So close to the $400 mark. All right. So Penhaligon, let me tell you really quickly. They are an English brand. They were started in London, and they started in 1870. The original owner, I think his name was William Penhaligon.
Yep.
He was a barber.
All right.
Okay. And his store was next door to a Turkish bath, a hammam.
Yeah.
Okay. Now with Turkish bath, there's a lot of oriental smells that come out of that.
Yeah, okay.
And he was always, so the owner, William, was always intrigued with fragrances and smells. And again, he was a barber shop and all the rest of it. So he started making his own. He started creating his own stuff. It became so popular that he received, can you see that there?
Yep. See the crown?
Yeah, so I don't know if I can do that. So that's I think it's called a royal warrant. And I love seeing this on English products. So it basically means that the king or the prince or the queen or whoever feel that this is something that is, awesome.
Yes,
and
this is royalty certified, pretty much.
Exactly right.
Sweet.
I don't know why I like the thought of that. I think maybe that it's so good that it drew the attention. I don't know.
You want to feel royal.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe that's what it is. Anyway, so this one here, and I love the packaging. So this is a new range. So Penhaligon have been around for a while. I don't know if the bottles with the little bow ties. Have you seen them? Okay, cool. All right, so that's their original sort of range. This one here is, it's cool.
That is very cool looking perfume right there.
Yeah. His name is Terrible Teddy.
Terrible Teddy?
Mm-hmm. The Portrait range are a new fragrance, and it almost reminds me a little bit of Downton Abbey in the sense that they're all different characters in the range. They've got some ridiculous names like the Imprudent Cousin Matthew, I think is one of them. Another one is called Roaring Radcliffe. Then
very
there's
unique.
Lord George, something like that. Anyway, so they're all these, but each of them have a personality. Okay, so where this is fresh. And light and summery. Look at this one. So can I take your card? I'm going to spread it aside so you don't get overwhelmed. Tell me what you think. This one's a bit more complex and a bit. And this is an eau de parfum, meaning that high concentration of oils. So this will last you. My recommendation is on this guy here, you put on 2 sprays. Anything more than that, it's going to overwhelm. Yeah. What are you smelling at the start?
It's hard to pinpoint exactly what it is, but it gives me different. Like for me, I can't pinpoint the smell, but I can pinpoint like the feeling it kind of gives you.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's go with that. What's the feeling?
I don't know. To me, it smells like very like successful kind of confidence smell.
So would you put it in a warm category, or would you put it in a light, fresh?
To me, it's like fresh. It's still fresh, but it's like a manly fresh smell.
Right.
If you guys know what I mean.
Well, look, the good thing about niche fragrances is that it's not categorized as a male or female fragrance.
Yeah.
They're not categorized like that at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes what happens is that the perfumer will put more floral in there.
Yeah.
And therefore, that does lean to be more feminine, okay? However, there are some floral fragrances in my collection that are not too heavy floral. I'm not a real big sort of really light floral sort of fragrances, but there are some fragrances in my collection that are floral, that are designed more for female, but I actually enjoy wearing them.
Yeah.
Interestingly, I mentioned that this was made for a woman.
Okay.
Catherine de Medici commissioned this for herself, but this works beautifully on a male, and
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, and it works beautiful on a female. So all these fragrances are unisex, Having said that though, and you can tell from the way this guy looks,
Yeah.
that this is definitely designed as, and you were right, as a
Yeah.
male fragrance. So there are some dominant male sort of heavy notes.
Yeah, there is, for sure.
But having said that, there are some women who also would wear that.
It's an empowering smell. That's
It
what
is okay. I'm going to spray it too. Give me a second. Because I want to know what that opening note, I want to see what I think that opening note is. Oh man, I can smell it straight away.
Yeah.
All right, so it's incense.
Yeah.
It's a very incensey, and then it blends with a leather.
To me, it smelled like, when I was thinking like picturing like suits, like leather shoes,
Right.
you know, like very like formal looking. To me, that's why what it looked like to me.
So it's a very sort of warm.
Yeah.
There is a certain level of I think this sort of strength and power in the smell.
Yeah, it's very empowering, very empowering, and it's like, to me, it's like, I don't know, it gives that confidence, because for me, being a man, it's that very like confidence, manly smell for me.
Right.
But for anyone, could just, I think it's empowering for anyone, girl or boy, man or female. It's just, I think it's very empowering, that smell.
Yeah. Look, truthfully, I think some women might find it's because it's a very heavy. It's got a heavy sort of ball. The last note in here is called ambroxan, and ambroxan it makes all the other scents. It's almost like a salt, you know. It brings power to all the other fragrance, so it becomes very, very heavy, very leather, very intense. All right, out of the two, which one would you?
Which one I would buy?
Well, which one would you put on? I want you to try one now.
I'm feeling this one.
All right.
This one, to me.
What I'd recommend is put it over here.
Yeah.
But put it on now. I want to see you. I want to see you experience it.
Just the casing on this is just intrigues me and captures me. So is that the distance you want?
I wouldn't put it on the table because the oils will then mark the tables. So I'd put
here.
it there. Yeah, there you go. Just one.
Just one? All right.
Just one for now, because what you want to do, because if you don't like the fragrance, if you put on two smells, I mean, you're gonna have to really wash that thing off. Honestly, you have to just one spray. That'll give you a good. It smells awesome.
Yeah, it smells awesome.
Yeah, can I smell? Sorry,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, anyway, all right. So there you have it. Two fragrances that I would recommend if you want to get into niche to kick off your niche adventure. One, Santa Maria Novella is absolutely awesome, very accessible. It is a cologne though, so just be aware that perfume there will last about maybe 3-4 hours, which is not bad. Cost, I think, is about $180, $190. Whereas this guy here is an eau de parfum, and so you're looking at 15 to 20% oils, which means that you're going to have a longevity on this guy here.
Yeah.
But it costs you a bit more. It's about $380, I think it is.
Yeah.
And but the difference with this now that you wear it all day long.
Yeah.
2 sprays, and it's yours till the time you go to bed. This is a nice warm wintry day. This is a warm fragrance on a wintry day. It's awesome. Or as a going out fragrance. It's a really nice evening fragrance too. There it is. What do you think?
Well, for me, I recommend both of these. You know, for this one, I reckon for special occasions, like you said, 2 to 3 hours. So you couldn't be wearing this in the morning and for the rest of the day. For me, if I personally choose, I really like this one. And that's for me.
Thanks, guys, and we'll see what we do next week.
See you, everyone. Peace.
Peace.